And start this game. He'll bring it out. It's Welsh. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Texas's offense will get the football first. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game. Now, and I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So, no different today. The defense obviously...
Oh, he's got some space. That's 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, Dave.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. But they've got to throw the football. But we can't turn it over. Jesse, those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many turnovers in that game to win. They believe they've got the dudes offensively to win games so long as they stay on schedule. When you're going backwards, and you're giving the offense on the other side more possessions because you turn it over, that's a recipe for disaster, and that's something they have to be able to avoid in this game.
Pressure coming. He'll try to do it himself. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time, able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Shoots it to the left. It's caught. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him, get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Scanning the field, it's Fowler. Oh, they're after him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. And early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Kentucky will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Looking for more. Touchdown, Kentucky! How about this defense taking one back to the house? A play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he added the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So guys, we'll get another look at this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Barrels all the way to the 29, a gain of 6. And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab on the left. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Just a short pass to the tight end. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game going. They had to be able to turn around, hand it off, and get positive yards and set themselves up into manageable third down situations. We've seen them at any area of the field so far in this one have success in the running game. They'll keep that up until this defense proves they can stop.
The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He wants to throw it. Why not trying to get it in? Touchdown, Texas! The offense cashing it in on that drive. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. The running back has it. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. There he goes. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs. And they...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
And this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities, mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
The Wildcats have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Fowler. Sets up the screen. And they're able to make the tackle.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down now. preparing at 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Here comes the Texas offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. From the shotgun, the inside give. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
Offense will take that. 3-5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5. They want to throw it. Working that left side now. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the air on 1st down. Under fire. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Gonna look downfield again. With the catch, it's Wicks. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Longhorns will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On his way back from the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. A little sluggish out of the gate here. They've had to punt it away on each of their first 2 possessions. Looking to throw, it's Fowler. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And anytime you hit the quarterback, man, you make him think, you speed up the processor a little bit, and that's the 3rd on the day. This is a unit, actually, that does a good job of that. They're in the top 25 in the country at getting the quarterback on the ground.
And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And
he'll off one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
He'll go to work in the air on second down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Got his man on the right. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. They're working that left side. Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and this offense is threatening with a first down. The Longhorns are flying down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Longhorns! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. It's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll go to the ground. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some ballers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Dropping back, it's Fowler. Quickly to the tight end. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly. He makes the stop at the 43-yard line. It's a pickup of 15, and they've got it in plus territory. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. Looking to throw on first down. Fires downfield. On target to the left. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Now inside the 20. 1st and 10 from the 18. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Caught. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll bring it out. It's Welch. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. the Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time. It took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And the deep shot was knocked away incomplete, but there is a penalty flag down. Let's get the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Now on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Quarterback may change this route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on 1st down. With the catch, it's Vick. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Gets it inside the 15. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole 1st half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Wants to throw. It's Fowler. Trying to escape and get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a superb matchup in Austin today.
Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this off.
Turning it on! They'll stop him just short of the first down marker on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Pulls it in. It's straight. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Offense gets set for second down. To the air. It's Fowler. Grabbed over the middle. It's Drake. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Wildcats are rolling down the field. Wants to keep it in the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. And he's still running after the move. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Wildcats back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll ride the hot hand. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Off play action on first down.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. They're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
To the air on second down. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Might be changing the route. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab over the middle. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Oh, he's got some space. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Really nice run there. You've seen him do this a time and time again in this game so far. You've got the lead. We're way late in the 3rd quarter now. Not going to surprise me if they just keep leaning on this guy a little bit. Keep force-feeding him the football because he's looking really good.
Got his man. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Longhorns started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Snap in the shotgun. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! Fit it in the window for the score. No mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old-school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard, 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
I'm bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
Finding an escape route. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Back to throw, it's Fowler. It's complete to the left. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, Give on the inside. Picks up the first down, still moving. He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another first down. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Finds the tight end. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities.
There he goes. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
It's so nice to have these big, playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Slips through the line. Guided out of bounds at the 32 after a good return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield on first down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Complete. Slips a tackle and he's got room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Leaves it with the back. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32. And the Longhorns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Makes the grab on the left. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Let's go. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Wicks. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the pass looking to throw. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! And they take it in for 6 more points. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. Looking for blockers. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Wildcats want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast, they want to crank up the tempo.
He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. Here comes Kentucky after picking up that first down. He'll do it himself. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Quick tempo here for the offense.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in second and short, second and medium. They put you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make quick decisions.
Dropping back, it's Fowler. It's complete on the right side.
You're going to have to design something a little bit better than that, fellas. When you're throwing the football, you get 1 yard, and that was not an easy catch, by the way. He toe tapped, made sure he got his foot down, but I don't know if that was worth it for a 1-yard gain.
Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They've got a ways to go on third down from the 24 as this defense tries to force him into a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great...
Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Bring in the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, I'll give it to the defense here. Obviously, it has not been their day, and this offense has gone up and down the field, lighting up the scoreboard, but you're still seeing this defense compete. And on 3rd and long, expecting pass, everybody on the same page, get the incompletion. That's something positive that their coaching staff can point to when they review the film.
Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Bringing it back. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Fowler. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take another shot here. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
On 4th down, looking to pass. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Turning it on. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Pass interference. Offense.
There are penalties you sort of forget about and others that sort of stick with you for a while. You get a play like that wiped out, that one's going to linger. Sends it back in motion. Wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll try the run. Runs through the tackle. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time